and welcome back to Wildcat Action News. I'm Avery.
And I'm Astrid. This week we are starting off with our top story. Let's send it to the team.
Hi Wildcats, Riley here, reporting for Wildcat Action News. This coming weekend, our country honors those who have served our country by celebrating Veterans Day. To find out more about this holiday, we spoke with some teachers and students.
Mr. Conley, what is Veterans Day?
Veterans Day is a day where we celebrate our veterans, and veterans are people who have served in the military or are currently serving in the military, and it's really important for us to take a day to celebrate and recognize their sacrifices they've made for our country. Veterans Day originally started right after World War I. And it was called Armistice Day. Now, armistice means to stop fighting, and we celebrated the end of World War I with Armistice Day. A few years later, in 1954, after we had had World War I, World War II, and the Korean War, the United States decided to rename the day Veterans Day so that we could honor all of our veterans, not just those from World War I, and that's why we have Veterans Day still today.
Mrs. Berg, why is Veterans Day important?
Veterans Day is important because it is a time that we stop and reflect and appreciate all the servicemen and women that serve our country in the military. I think during DENS you watched a brief video to learn about the branches of the military and the important work that they do. And the most important thing is that they keep us safe and work to always have peace within our country and our world.
Ms. McCorney, can you tell us about the Veterans Day Assembly on Friday?
Sure. Well, this is the second year that we're doing it, and we're bringing in lots of different people to make it a special day to honor our local veterans. So first, we're bringing in any family members that are in the Wildcat family who have relatives or anyone that's been in the service that's special to them. They're invited to come and be a part of the assembly. The second part is maybe you've had a relative or a family member who's been in the military or served, and maybe they're not able to travel or they're not here with us anymore. You can fill out one of the Honoring Our Heroes sheet, and we're going to display those all over the school and on the bulletin board so we can have like our wall of honor. And then the third thing that we're going to do is doing a living museum. So if you have an artifact, which is like an item or an object from the past that the military or service member was special to them, we're going to be able to put those on display for the whole school to just see with their eyes, not with their hands. And that way we can honor and just remember all the sacrifices that the veterans have made in order for us to have freedom and be able to come to school and be safe and to learn with each other and just enjoy our school environment together. And we're going to have the high school band there. From Mrs. Shea is going to bring in the high school band. And we're going to have some speakers and just lots of different ways to honor all of the sacrifices that have been made so we can be here today.
Why do you think Veterans Day is important?
I think Veterans Day is important because it celebrates the veterans that serve for our country to help us have freedom.
Why do you think Veterans Day is important?
I think it's important to show our gratitude to the veterans.
Why do you think Veterans Day is important?
I think Veterans Day is important because they served in our country so we can have freedom. And we're going to have some veterans come from our Wilder-Waite families, and we're going to talk about how Veterans Day is important.
To celebrate Veterans Day because to honor our veterans from in the United States who served in the armed forces, who died during like the wars during like World War I, and also so Veterans Day has been celebrated since a long time, but the original name was Armistice Day. So I think we need to celebrate Veterans Day and honor our veterans.
Veterans Day is a great way to celebrate all of those who have served our country in various ways. We look forward to Friday's Veterans Day Assembly here at Wilder-Waite and celebrating Veterans Day on Saturday. For Wildcat Action News, I'm Riley. Let's send it back up to the newsroom.
Thanks, Top Story team. Let's go to this week's classroom update.
Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Reese.
Students in 1W have been doing an amazing job of learning and having fun so far this school year.
Miss Welsh and her students have been working hard in the classroom to make this year special.
We had a chance to stop by and see what has been happening in 1W.
What have you most enjoyed so far this year?
Well, I've enjoyed first graders. After teaching third grade for a few years, I've come back down to first grade, and so working with the first graders have been a lot of fun.
What have you been teaching so far this school year?
Well, we've been working real hard with numbers up to 20, greater than and less than, and in first grade, reading. We spend most of the day learning how to read and our phonics and fun things with just reading.
What have you been learning about in school year?
We have been learning about pumpkins, math, and subtraction.
Do you like it?
Yes.
What have you learned so far this school year?
We learned about the suffix S.
Oh, that's
What have you most enjoyed this year?
Carving a pumpkin that my teacher brought in.
What have you enjoyed most about the school year?
I've enjoyed recess and lunch and carving pumpkins with my friends.
W is doing an amazing job this school year.
Thank you to Miss Welsh and her students for letting us stop in to see all of the learning and all of their fun. For Wildcat Action News, I'm Reese.
And I'm Camilla.
Let's send it back up to the newsroom.
Let's take a look at this week's lunch menu with Chef Isa and Chef Nelson.
Hello, Wildcats. I'm sure glad we took that apology letter to Mr. Corey.
Yeah, he was pretty mad.
I guess the dunk tank isn't for the faint of heart.
I guess not. Let's go check out that lunch menu.
On Monday, we're having a beef hot dog on bun.
On Tuesday, we're gonna have homemade beef chili.
On Wednesday, we're gonna have spaghetti.
On Thursday, we're gonna have chicken and waffles.
And on Friday, no lunch served. It's school improvement day. See you next week, Wildcats.
Enjoy your lunches.
We are ready for this week's Wacky Word of the Week.
Ew. Welcome, Wildcats, to Wacky Word of the Week. I'm Colin. And I'm Levi. Today's word is bibble. What does bibble mean? Let's find out. Yeah, that was gross. So you know what it means yet? To eat loudly? You got it! Well, that's it. And that was mildly disgusting. See you next time on Wacky Word of the Week.
It's time for this week's quick quiz. Can you get the answer? I finally got the answer. Let's go to this week's joke of the week.
What's the opposite of November? Yes, Vember.
That's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for joining us. See you next time on Wildcat Action News.
I think Veterans Day is important because...
Do you think Veterans Day is important?
I think it's important to...
Testing mic, testing mic, testing.
Thursday we're gonna have chicken and waffles.
And Friday, no lunch served. It's school improvement day.
What you doing
Good job, guys.